time for some weight reduction. In my previous video, I removed my taillights and installed LED bulbs. The process for removing the interior to get to this bumper is the same, so make sure to watch that video first. To start, the 3 nuts that hold the sides of the bumper cover are removed. The plastic push pins are removed with this plastic crowbar. Two little 7mm screws are removed from either side of the bumper. These are located underneath. The top and bottom of the bumper cover are held in by these plastic push pins. A quick pull and a few wiggles, and the bumper cover is free. The plastic honeycomb is held in with these metal rivets. A drill can make quick work of them, or you can do what I did and just pry the plastic off, since I won't be reusing this plastic anyways. The rear crash bar is held in with 8 nuts. A 90-degree electric ratchet is very useful here. The rear crash bar is about 26 pounds and is a little bit awkward to move, so be careful when removing it. Now to get this beast down to a more reasonable weight. I marked the holes that I'm going to drill out and dimple die, and then marked some lines to see where I'm going to cut. A brand new death wheel starts to cut away all the weight. Make sure that you're using the proper PPE. Cut-resistant gloves, a face shield, and a dust mask are definitely a must here. A few spot welds need to be drilled out in order to remove the material. My small cutoff wheel makes tight cuts where the big death wheel can't reach. More cuts and more drilling. The crash bar is actually doubled up with metal in this location, so a quick cut and a few bends and I ripped off this extra plate. And apparently GM didn't galvanize in between these layers of metal, so now there's lots of rust. I used some Tap Magic cutting fluid, the extra thick kind, and a hole saw to cut the holes out for the dimple dyeing. Cutting the holes took a little while because rust is actually iron oxide and it's extremely dense and resists cutting quite a bit. I removed as much rust as I could and then deburred any sharp edges. Now it's time to do the dimple dyeing. This dimple dye set is meant to be used with a hydraulic press, but I just used a big 7/8 bolt and some washers, and plenty of grease in between. My big impact makes quick work of this very soft metal. A time skip, and now all the holes are dimple dyed. I cleaned off the metal as best as I could. And now for some primer meant to be painting over semi-rusted surfaces. While the primer is drying, now it's time to remove basically the only rust on my entire car. A flapper wheel removes any paint and rust very quickly. A quick spray of wax and grease remover, and it's ready to tape up and paint. I used a gray Pour 15 top coat. This paint does a very good job for the price. Now the primer is dry enough to paint over. I used a can of single stage Arctic White that I had a shop mix up just for me. At the very end, the crash bar ended up weighing almost exactly 6 pounds after starting at 26 pounds. So that is a 20-pound weight reduction. I'm very happy with that. Now the crash bar is reinstalled with the 8 nuts. The bumper cover is bolted back up. And then the 12 plastic bumper pins on the top and the bottom are reinstalled. So I took 20 pounds off the car and removed a little bit of rust, so this is a pretty good result. Now some people are going to ask if the car is now dangerous to drive without a rear crash bar. Well, that crash bar was only designed to avoid damage at around 10-mile-an-hour fender benders. Nowadays, these Karens are driving 9,000-pound SUVs and are going to total your car regardless of this crash bar being there or not. But as most things in life go, a man makes his own decisions. It's your decision to take this crash bar off or keep it on. Some people have asked why I'm even reinstalling any crash bar at all, and the answer is pretty simple. The bottom of the bumper cover needs something to attach to. Otherwise, it's unsupported and the bumper would be flopping all over the place. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on social media. I'll have a couple more videos in the pipeline soon, so stay tuned.